Hey, good morning. I'm the Mad Monk, and I wanted to talk today a little bit about what it is to be masculine. Right? We've got a culture that calls it toxic masculinity before they would ever consider calling it a divine masculinity. Right? I mean, we all have a role here. Right? We don't all have to be exactly the same. We don't all have to be able to open up the peanut butter and jelly jar, right? Um, we also don't have to all be able to cut wood and stack wood and build a house out of wood, right? Or rocks, right? Or anything else. We've got a culture being shaped by idols on television programming, right? And so it makes an idea of what normal is. And normal has turned out that it's not so healthy, right? It's stuck in a city. There's one of them way over there. You can kind of hear it in the background. A lot of people are choosing to live in a city, and that's fine. I mean, there's a lot of entertainment. There's a lot of things to do. I mean, Walmart's only 5 minutes away in any direction, right? And if you need a soda, if you need your sugar fix, the convenience store is just down the block. And so I don't know. I'm going to try to keep this video kind of short because it seems that people's attention spans these days are you got to switch views every 2 minutes, right? You got to keep doing this, and then you got to do this, and then you got to do this, and you do this, and then so somebody will keep track of what you're doing because it's new and exciting, and the thing is any knowledge should be new and exciting, right? I mean, if you're gaining a perspective of something that you didn't hold before that makes sense, that's good. You know, I was I was in the store the other day, and this lady, she was reminding me of Joe Biden. I mean, you could tell that. I mean, it's like a little skunk or a little dog, like sniffing. She was. You could just tell. I mean, I'm like, what are you a fucking rabbit or something? But she finally she says, I kind of look at her. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, I'm sorry. I I love the way you smell. What is that? I mean, I was like, oh well, that must be a menage a trois of let's see, sawdust, grinder dust, and oh, what else? Oh, WD-40. So it's funny that these things are so elusive. They're elusive to people. I teach yoga, and I went to a school to teach yoga, and in this school they had teachers, but these teachers didn't know how to teach yoga, so they invited me to teach yoga. And so when I went in and I talked with the students and the teachers, this one teacher, we were standing there, and she wasn't quite as expressive as the other lady, but she was. You could tell she was getting a whiff, and she she asked me. She's like, "Is that a campfire I smell?" And I said, "Well, I wasn't camping. I was just warming up my house this morning, so yeah, I might smell a little bit like smoke." And she's like, "Can I give you a hug?" I was kind of shocked. I was like, sure. Maybe it was a memory of her grandfather or a memory of somebody who expressed a masculine presence in her life, right? She snuggled in, like she really needed that hug. And it seems like a lot of people that I give a hug to, they really need that hug. They need that strong presence, not a not something that they grab onto that's really pudgy and soft and just really incapable of doing anything. I mean, we got a lot of evil happening in the world, and we have warriors that are willing to battle evil. But then we have people saying, no, 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 you can't battle evil because we made that legal, right? It rhymes, so it must be right, right? So anyway, the push towards toxic masculinity has made it to where people are cutting off their penises if they're born with one, right? And those who aren't electing to do it themselves is being forced upon infants. They're cutting off uh, the end of a penis that was divinely designed, causing pain and mistrust of its environment to the baby. You get a pain like that, that's a trauma. They don't use any uh, numbing agents. They just do that to that baby. They say, hey, we think these things should be cut off, and we can do that for you if you sign right here. Just sign on the dotted line. Sign on the dotted line, and we'll do that for you. But are they doing it for us, or is it being done to us? It's being done with our consent, but maybe our consent. You like this guy? Maybe our consent has been manipulated. Maybe our consent has been shaped by idols. Maybe what we think is normal has been manipulated. And that's where I think, let me see here. I'm just in the shadows, aren't I? All right, so we're always in the shadows, right? It's just that I faced them. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear. There's things that are unseen, but we're pretty capable right here. We're pretty capable of living healthy, happy, peaceful, and abundant lives. I think that's our birthright. That's our gift from God. We're each given our own free will. And if our free will is being manipulated, your free will's not being manipulated, but your perception of what you want, right? People, there's songs about it, about how we should live, and there's movies and television programs about how is normal. What is normal? What's normal, right? Because if anybody tries to be like me because they think I'm normal, then that would become a normal. But it'd be boring, right? It'd be a boring place if everybody looked, acted, and talked just like me. But if we bring that be you the full expression of consciousness that you are, and I gotta tell you a story. My daughter, when she came into my life, when she was learning to dress herself and she's learning to make her own decisions about life, she would always come out with one sock, or different socks on each feet. And I said, dear, do you not realize that you're wearing different socks on your on your feet? And she says, no, I know. I said, well, don't you want them to match? And she's like, have you seen them? They don't match. My feet don't match, so why should my socks? And how can you argue with that, right? How can you argue with a little kid that just totally made sense? My feet don't match. Of course, look, my toe's on the right on this one, it's on the left on that one, right? We get a whole world, roughly 8 billion people that are acting in a certain way, right? We're all actors here. And some of us are masculine actors, and some of people are very feminine actors, right? And I think that's where we've kind of made I don't know. I don't think this was taught to me in school. that yes, there is a masculine and there is a feminine, but I think they both exist within each of us, right? There's an essence of your mother, there's an essence of your father that has created you. So if we shift the game a little bit, now we can talk about gender, which is male or female, right? Because a male or female, that's pretty obvious when when the baby comes out of the womb. It's obvious if it's a male or a female, right? And each of those male or female children are capable of being whatever they intelligently desire to be. If I mean, that's the beauty of this place, is the diversity, the creativity, the unique expressions of who you are. So anyway, I think people should know certain masculine traits, and these are things that can keep you alive. These are things that can really help to build a better tomorrow. You know, the desires, the look into this. You know, I'm this is only a surface conversation, but you know, I think we should know how to start a fire. I think we should know how to defend ourselves. I think we should know how to grow food. I think we should know how to shape land. I think we should know how to nurture a child so they feel loved and protected. I think we should be able to do all of the things that your grandmothers and grandfathers and moms and dads, aunties and uncles, and people in society that we know, they've helped us learn. You know, we take little tidbits of everything, and that's who we are. That's what we create as a whole. Anyway, so some people look at me, they say, "Oh my gosh, you're wearing dirty Carhartts, and you've got a knife. Oh my gosh, and a chain that keeps you from losing your wallet." And they say he must be a toxic masculine figure. But usually, when people give me a few minutes and then we talk a little bit, you can realize that although I'm capable of that masculine, I'm also capable of empathy, and I'm also capable of, you know, I have a granddaughter, you know, and so, you know, you have a whole different personality when you're with somebody who weighs 10 pounds, right? So, and got a cute little face. So, anyway, I hope we learn that we can come together. We don't have to be divided on so many things. You know, there's a union. It's my belief that God is the creative force behind growth, oneness, and a divine way of interacting with each other. And here at Hawks Haven, the apocalyptic ashram, that's what I'm hoping to bring to people. And I offer healing here. We do healing because there's a lot of stress and there's a lot of disease in the standard American dream. It's a perpetual debt nightmare. And I think when people step away from struggle and just the trouble that's in this world, you can find yourself in a healthy, happy, productive way for you, and it kind of works for everyone that way. So, you know, because how does it work for everyone? Is that what you ask? It works for everyone because when you fix you, when you are healthy and happy and happy, just you get to wake up each day. It's not that you have to wake up. You get to wake up. That's when life changes. You know, you look forward tomorrow. Life is happening for you, not to you. So sometimes it's painful, but that's the pain we go through to achieve what we desire. So thank you for watching. Like and subscribe and share, please. Thank you.